Hey guys, it's Diana. Thanks for tuning in on this wonderful Chiefs win Sunday. not so not so good last week, but it's okay. So tonight, for my live, I'm going to show you how to do this really quick, fun, easy fold that makes this little Christmas tree. I've heard it called a couple of different things. An accordion fold, a drapery fold. So it has lots of different names, but this is kind of a different take on that. So I can't remember who I saw this on. I'm so sorry. I watched it first from someone else. But anyway, I'm going to give you some quick tips and hints, and you too can make this really quick and easy holiday card to send out. So depending on what designer series paper that you use, you'll want to use double-sided paper. And you can see I'm going to use oh, sorry, my cat. Sorry, that's Ripley. My cat. Apparently he wants to be in the pictures tonight, but no, Ripley, stay on the floor, please. Okay, so tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make this cute fun fold. And you're going to start with, so I've got some Poppy Parade cardstock, and this is the base is 5.5 by 8.5, and then scored at 4 1/4. So it's already scored here. So that's going to be our card base. And then I've got another piece that's going to be our textured piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So that's your textured piece. You don't have to add this piece. It's just it adds a little bit of extra texture. And then I am using Sentimental Christmas, I believe it's called. Yes, Sentimental Christmas. So kind of has some really cute patterns here you can use. So you'll just want to make sure you use some double-sided paper. So tonight I'm going to be using this one. So this is just showing you both sides. I just wanted to set it out there so you could see what both sides look like. I kind of like the candy cane stripe, so that's kind of why I picked this one. This one I used a different one. It had kind of a ribbon on the front. So we're just going to use this. Sorry, my cat is still roaming around trying to jump on the table. So and then I've got an embossing folder here. And I'm going to use the distress tile. This one I used the checkerboard or the plaid, and this one I'm going to use the distress tile. So we'll see how it turns out tonight. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So this piece is 3.5 by 10. So your designer series paper just needs to be 3.5 by 10. And then you're going to need to use something for scoring. So you can either use your cutting mat with a scoring blade. Okay, so use your cutting mat with the scoring blade, or I'm going to use my Simply Scored. It tends to be not quite as harsh when you score it, because the designer series paper can be it can be a little bit delicate, and sometimes the scoring blade is a little bit too harsh. So I like to use the scoring board when I can. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to score every inch and half inch. Okay, so I wipe my hand across here. That just helps the oils in my hands to help the paper, to help the stylus glide a little smoother. So what we're going to do is we're going to score every inch and half inch. Okay, I'm going to use the big tip. There's a small tip and a larger one. I'm just going to use the bigger one. So we're going to start with 1 inch and then a half inch. Okay, and then another 1 inch. So we'll be at 2.5 and half inch. So we're at 3. And then another 1 inch, which puts us at 4 and a half inch, which is 4.5. Another 1 inch, which is 5.5 and half inch, which is 6. Then we're going to do 1 inch, which is 7 and a half inch, which is 7.5. And then a 1 inch and another half inch. Okay, makes sense? So if you needed to know It's actually at 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8.5, 9. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our tree shape, and you are going to want to use your cutter for this. And what you're going to do is just mark your 5-inch. So you just want to mark the 5-inch with something. I'm just going to use a little pen here to mark 5 inches. So I've lined it up over here at 5 inches. I'm just making a little mark because I want that to be in the middle. Okay, so you can just see that little mark right there. You could use your stylus to mark it if you would like. And then I'm going to cut from that little mark to the outside corner. Let me move this up a little bit. So from that little mark to this outside corner. Okay. And we're going to use our cutting blade here. Okay. So we're going to take off that piece, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So you just line up that little mark in your track. Got it lined up right in the track, and I'm going to line up the bottom. Okay. Close this down. Got those lined up. Cut that off. Okay. So there we have our main shape. That's the hard part, guys. You're done with the hard part. Well, I guess not. You have to decide which side you want on the outside and which side you want to show on the edges. So I guess you do have to make one more decision. So what you're going to do now is you're going to fan fold these back and forth. Okay. So see how you're going to see just a little peek of that. Okay. See how you're going to see just a little peek of that, and then you're having your stripes. Okay. Say, you know what? I'm not sure I like that. So see, we're going to do this one the opposite direction. Okay. And that's going to be our tree. And then you're like, I don't know about the stripes, but I really do like the stripes. So I'm going to come back to it. But say you don't like the stripes, flip it over and do it on the other side. Okay. Just fold it the opposite way. See if you like it this way with the stripes as the accent piece. Okay. So fold it the opposite way. I know, isn't this fun? It's really, really super easy. Okay. So here is the opposite direction. Okay. I don't like that quite as much. It depends on your pattern that you have. So, but just to show you that there is options, I'm going to turn it back this way because I really like the stripes. Kind of looks like a candy cane Christmas tree. Okay. So you're done with the hard part. Okay. But what I do to kind of keep this together at the bottom is I have some tear and tape. Okay. And so I just grab a piece of tear and tape here. And it's easy to tear, hence the name tear and tape. And I just kind of start it off here off the bottom. And I just kind of hold this stuff down. Now, you guys, you have to stay down. Hold on. It's acting up because I flipped it backwards. There we go. Okay. And then just go across the bottom like this. Okay. So we're just kind of holding down the back. This is the wrong side. Okay. This is the right side. So I'm just kind of holding it down to keep the back piece, excuse me, the back piece down. So let's see if I can straighten this up a little bit. There we go. And then someone said you could use this really cool trick where you just place your block right here and tear this. That's a cool trick. Doesn't work perfectly depending on where your block is. I couldn't actually see my block very well because it was on the way out in front of me, but that is a cool trick that you could use. You can also just use your snips to snip it off. So any extra you can just snip off. Okay. Snip, snip. So, and then this will be ready. Let's see if I can straighten that up a little bit too. There we go. Okay. So there's our little tree. We're also going to put one piece right down the middle in the back. So we're going to kind of put that right down the middle here, another piece of tear and tape. But before I put it on my card base, I want to do some texturing. I want to add some texture. So here is the distressed tile. And I'm going to grab my Big Shot. Not my Big Shot, my Stampin' Cut emboss machine, okay? And I have got a regular embossing folder, not the 3D kind, just a regular one. And I've got 1, 2, and 4. Okay. Oops. And I'm just going to place my card inside of here. This really doesn't have to be lined up because it's kind of an all-over pattern. But I've got that. I'm going to put that in my sandwich here with number 4 on the top. And I'm just going to roll that through. And hold on just a second. I don't have much room here. Oh, okay. There we go. There's this. Get this out of the way. Sorry for all the jarring. Okay, so I've got this. Oh, move this all the way down, or I moved my camera. Something happened. Sorry about that. Here, let me move the camera here. Holy moly's. Anyway, so that really messes stuff up. Let's do this. So look at that cool texture that comes out on that card. Isn't that neat? I love that. So that is the distressed tile embossing folder. Okay, and I've got our card base. So, and I'm just going to use the tear and tape that I have to apply this to the card base since I've got it handy. I love tear and tape. The green glue is kind of what we call it, or tear and tape, my two favorites. And this is really easy to use, and it's a little more durable. So, but you do have to peel it off. So some people don't like that, but some people also don't like the glue. So just have to make sure it is on really tight. And sometimes with these textured folders, you just have to make sure it's really pressed down because the texture creates little pockets of where it's not stuck. Okay. So you just have to be very careful that you have it stuck down really nice. So I don't know what that is. What are you? Okay. We will, I've cut this just a little bit smaller than the actual card front. Okay. So we've got a nice, pretty texture for the background. And then we're going to peel this off. And peel this off. Now you can also adhere the front pieces together and make them lay a little bit flat, more flat. But I kind of like it. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind you, so hopefully that's straight. Yeah, pretty good. But anyway, hold on, let me get this one guy right here. I want you to do that. There we go. Okay, so see, you could put some adhesive between these layers to hold them down, but I kind of like how it kind of sticks up. It has a little more texture on it, but you can certainly put adhesive between these layers to make it flat, so it would lay flat. Okay. I just went ahead and got a little star that I die cut. And if I had a glue dot, I would use that, or a piece of glue, which I do not. So I'm just going to use a little piece of tear and tape again. And I will peel this off, fold this piece back on itself, and get all the tape out of the way. And I'm just going to, this is just some of the distressed gold. And I just cut out a star with one of the other die cuts in the Christmas tree set. And there's your card. What do you think? What do you think of the stripes? You like the stripes? And then you would want to put a layer on the inside, but okay. Well, that is your quick and easy and fast card. There is the pattern just as a reminder. Here's the one I did before. Which one do you like better? The stripes? I kind of like the stripes, but I kind of like the green on the tree too. So, and which background do you think? Plaid or the distressed? So many decisions. Okay, guys. Hey, I also just wanted to mention, if you haven't already, we do have a new kit out, and it is Nature's Paintings. And it is one of our new kits that's out. And it is actually like coloring pages, but they're on really thick, heavy watercolor paper. So once you get it colored, then you add the watercolor painters. It comes with pencils, comes with your watercolor painter, and it also comes with instructions on putting together the colors. So I did this one the other day. I was at Kits and Coffee, and I worked on this, and it tells you all the colors to use. So I'm not usually a coloring type person. It's a little tedious for me, but I thought, I'm going to try it. I just want to try it. It really made it easy. There was a lot more colors. Like I would just color it red and green, but there was a lot more colors. Like this started with pink as your undertones. And then we went to purple and red to add the darker. And then the yellow and the blue to do the shading. And then to add the water. You can see a reel on this on my Instagram page. So if you go to Diana's Dazzling Diamonds on Instagram, you can see it on my reel, and it kind of shows you step by step how, what I did. But anyway, I ended up with this. What do you think? Isn't that cool? I thought it turned out really cool. I would have never added the purple. I don't know if I like the purple as much, but it did make me take me outside of my comfort zone. And with the shading around the outside, I would not have done that. So anyway, it's a really cool kit. So if you're someone who likes to color, this would be a great gift idea if you know someone who likes to color. Anyway, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks for tuning in. I do have Mystery Monday tomorrow night. So we're going to be back on here live tomorrow night at 8. So tune in to Mystery Monday. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.